right, hey guys, this is for our e-learning day, but this is also primarily just a review on our chapter 5, which we have the exam coming up here our next class period. So make sure you have a piece of paper out. You're going to need that. We're going to do some problems. Be listening. I'm going to have you pause after I show every problem, and then I will quickly go over those. So make sure you're pausing, trying them on your own so that you can see some of the mistakes that you're making, and we can get those corrected. That way you do a little bit better on the chapter exam. I will say this at the beginning, and I will say this at the end. Make sure that you are finishing up that chapter 5 review, the chapter 5 review sheet that I gave to you on Monday. Make sure you are finishing that up. We will go over any questions that you have when we're back in class. So, without further ado, peace. Bye, ugly mug. I'm out. Let's go ahead and look at these. So, here's the first problem. I want you to go ahead and pause the video and graph this and choose your solution set. All right, for this one, this is already slope-intercept form. Remember, slope-intercept form is this. So my b is -1. So down 1. Got a lot of random points here. Down 1, make a point. My slope is my -1/4. Remember, a negative slope goes down and right. So from this point, down 1, right 4, down 1, right 4. To reverse it, you switch both of these. I go up and left. Up 1, left 4, up 1, left 4. Next thing we need to do is look at our inequality sign. Okay, this one does not have the or equal to line, so this is a dotted line. Make sure we make a dotted line. And this is y is greater than. Y is greater than, we shade up. So you put your pencil on the graph anywhere, on the line anywhere, you go up. So this is my upside, so I shade all of this. Okay, now, which of these data points are solutions? So 1, 1, 1, 1 is right here. So A is a correct answer. -2, 0 is right here in the shaded area. So B is an answer. That's a solution. But 3, -2 is right there. It's just outside the shaded area. Okay, so letter C is not. Just so that you know, on your actual test, and it's like this on the review sheet, it says solution 1, solution 2. You're just naming 2 points on your own that are solutions. So remember, on this particular one, you're not allowed to name something on the dotted line because those are not solutions, but focus on the shaded area. Pick points that are easy, that you know that you can write correctly because you don't want to accidentally be wrong. So one of the easiest ones is right now the origin 0, 0 is in the shaded area, so I could use that one. And remember, it's any point you choose. So then I could choose this point. That's in the shaded area. Well, that is 4, 2. Okay, so that's how that'll show up on the test. It's a little bit different than this. Same principle. You're just choosing your own points. Okay, next one. I would like you to pause the video and graph this inequality. All right, this one is not in slope-intercept form. Okay, remember, slope-intercept form looks like this. So I have to solve this. Move the x. It's positive 2x, so I need a negative 2x on both sides. That's 0, and drop it like it's hot. Now make sure we are keeping the negative with the y. That's technically -1y that's there. And many times we forget that negative sign. Everything else, we drop it like it's hot. Remember, we're not allowed to combine these. Keep them separate. So I have -2x, and that is a positive 2. Now, finish them. That's times by -1, so I'm going to divide everything by -1. Well, I just divided by a negative, so I do have to flip my inequality sign. Okay, so this is the inequality that I am graphing. I want to point out the inequality sign changed. So you have to look here. You cannot look back at the original problem. Okay, the y-intercept is -2, so down 2. My slope is +2, so 2 over 1. It's positive, so I go up and right from here. Up 2, right 1, up 2, right 1. I keep doing that to make extra points, and I can reverse it, down 2, left 1. Now, this also does not have the line underneath, so this is a dotted line. And again, I have to look in the right spot. I've got to look here. It says y is greater than, so I shade up. So put your pencil anywhere on this line and go up. That's the side we shade. And so which of these are solutions? 1, 1 is a solution. -2, 0 is a solution. 3, -2 is over here. That is not a solution. So it's A and B again. Okay, last graph for the video. Let's go ahead and pause the video and graph this inequality. Again, this is not slope-intercept form, so I need to move it. I need to solve it. -3x, -3x. That's 0. Drop it like it's hot. Remember, I am not allowed to put those together. Keep them separated. -3x, +4. And then I need to divide everything by 4. It's a +4, so I keep my inequality sign the same. That does not divide evenly, so we write the fraction. 4 divided by 4 is 1. Again, be in the right habits. I'm looking right here. Y-intercept is 1. My slope is -3/4. That is down 3, right 4. From here, down 3, right 4, down 3, right 4. And I can reverse it, up and left. Now, this does have the or equal to line. Okay, so this is a solid line that we make. And this is less than, y is less than, so we shade down, which is over here. Now, which ones are solutions? -2, 0 is a solution, and 3, -2 is a solution. 1, 1 is not. It is just off. Okay? So that would be B and C. Now, we're going to focus on the rest of the videos. We're going to focus on the solving aspect. Remember, these are very similar to the problems that are on the test, very similar to the problems that are on the chapter review sheet. So let's start with this particular problem. Again, you're going to pause it. You're going to do the problem yourself, okay, and then I will explain it. This one says solve and graph the inequality. So I need to see a correct solved inequality. I need to see the correct graphed, and then you need to determine which of these are solutions. So, reminder for this one, there's 2 ways to do it. You can multiply by the reciprocal, so that means you're multiplying both sides by 5/2. Okay, or you can use the alternate strategy. You do it in 2 steps. This says divided by 5, so I'm going to times by 5. Reminder, these cancel out, so I'm left with just 2x. I do not take that 5 and multiply it by the 2. That's incorrect. It's canceled out. 4 times 5 is 20. Now these are multiplied, so I would divide by 2. It's positives the whole time, so I do not flip the inequality sign. I have x is less than 10. Okay? Set notation then. X such that x is less than 10. Okay? We need to do a number line. So 10 is here. 0 is here. That is an open dot on 10, and it is shaded to the left. Reminder, when we do our shading, our x does have to be on the left, like we were taught in set notation. So which of these are solutions? All of them. So they would all be given a yes. Okay, every single one of those is in the shaded area. Here's the second problem. Pause the video and complete this problem. All right, let's solve. X is on the left, move the 7. So -7 on both sides. I get -7x is less than or equal to -28. Finish them. Divide by -7. I just divided by a negative. I do need to flip the inequality sign. So I have x is greater than or equal to 4. We have our set notation. So this one, 0's here, 4's here. This would be a closed dot because it's got the or equal to line. And that one is shaded to the right. So which of these are solutions? The only one that's a solution is 7. Okay, these others are not solutions. So the only one that's a yes is 7. Go ahead and pause the video and complete this third problem. All right. Now, I know this one historically gets missed, so let's pay careful attention to the different pieces. First, we solve it. X is on the right, move the 1. It's positive. So minus 1 on both sides. That's 0. I get 1 is less than, and we got to remember this negative sign, negative x over 3. It's divided by negative 3, so I have to multiply by negative 3. Now, I just multiplied both sides by a negative value, so I do need to flip the inequality sign. So it's going to be negative 3 is greater than, these cancel out, x. But remember, if I'm not doing my set notation and reorganizing this with my x on the left, if I go straight to my graph, you're going to misinterpret the way that I had showed you to graph. You got to, we said x has to be on the left. Eating the negative 3, eating the negative 3. So we've got to be very careful. This is an open dot on negative 3. And this is pointing left. So I would shade left. Again, if you do not rearrange it, you very likely, you could have had the correct answer, but shaded the wrong direction. The x has to be in set notation with the x on the left for you to do your graphing. Now, which of these is solutions? The only one that's in the shaded area is negative 5. All the rest of these are no. Go and pause the video and complete this fourth problem. A reminder, this is an or statement. An or statement. So in general, when we write our answer, we do have to put the word or in between. So let's solve these. Minus 2 on both sides. I get x is less than negative 3. Okay, that one's solved. Ready to be put on a graph because the x is on the left. Solve this one. Add 6 to both sides. Get x is greater than or equal to 7. Ready to be graphed. This has got the x on the left-hand side. So negative 3 is to the left of 7, and 0 somewhere in between here. So on the negative 3, that is an open dot going left. On the 7, that is a closed dot going right. But since this is an or statement, we shade anywhere there's a line. So I would shade the left, and I would shade the right. When I write my final answer in set notation, I am just putting the word or in between those. So x is less than negative 3, or x is greater than or equal to 7. Okay. Now, which of these is are correct solutions? Negative 5 is a solution because that's in the shaded area over here. Negative 2 and 1 are not. And 7 is a closed dot, so 7 is a solution. Okay. All right, one more like that. Go and pause the video and complete this problem. Now, we're going to have to break this up into its two parts. Remember, when it's written like this, it should be an and statement shaded in the middle. That's why it's written like this. This talks about betweenness. So, the middle part, the part between the inequality signs, so 3x plus 1 goes in both problems. The left and middle make one problem, and the middle and the right make my second problem. So let's solve them individually. Minus 1, I get negative 9 is less than or equal to 3x. Divide by 3, and negative 3 is less than or equal to x. Remember, for graphing purposes, this does need to be rearranged. I need the x on the left, so I make sure I graph correctly. Eating the x, eating the x. Okay? Second one, minus 1. I get 3x is less than 15. Divide by 3, and x is less than 5. Okay? Doesn't need to be rearranged because x is already on the left. So the two numbers, negative 3 and 5, and zeros in between. So on the negative 3, I have a closed dot. I got to look at my rearrangement with the x on the left. That is going to the right. This is an open dot on the 5, and that one's going to the left. Okay, many times I'll see this graph done incorrectly because of this one. Okay, we look in the wrong spot. Remember, we have to rearrange it to graph. They are both shaded in the middle. Okay, so we have our special way of writing our inequality, x such that, and remember we start with the smallest number, the shading is an x, and then the biggest number, and we use versions of less than because we're going smallest to largest. That's a closed dot, so that would be a less than or equal to. That's an open dot, so it's just a less than sign. So which of these are solutions? Negative 2 is in the shaded area, and 1 is in the shaded area. Okay? Negative 5 and 7 are not. They are not solutions. Whoa. Now, for this particular problem, okay, you need to solve it, and then you need to figure out which of these 6 is the correct graph for that problem. So go ahead and pause the video, we'll just solve it and choose which one is the correct graph. Okay, x's are on both sides, so let's go minus 1x on both sides. That's 0, and I'm going to add these up in a second. Since I put my x's on the left, I have to move the negative 2, so I'm going to add 2. That is 0, and I will add those 2 up in a second. Make sure you include that negative on the 10. So this is going to be 2x is greater than negative 8. Divide both sides by 2, and x is greater than negative 4. So there's only one of them on here. I need an open dot on negative 4, and it should be going to the right. So it's not that one, not that one. There's no dot on the negative 4. There it is. So this one is the fourth one, Roman numeral 4, IV. Okay. Same deal, new problem. Go ahead and pause the video, solve the or statement, and figure out which of these is the correct graph. Let's solve it first. Minus 7 on both sides, I get x is greater than 3. Divide by negative 2 on both sides. I do need to flip the inequality. I get x is greater than negative 4. Now, I'm going to do a sketch because it's an or statement, so I can figure out which of these is the right one. Negative 4 is smaller than 3. So on the 3, that's an open circle going right. And on the negative 4, that's an open circle also going right. Remember, an or statement, we shade wherever there's a line. So all of this gets shaded. So really, there's only one endpoint. It's negative 4. So I need an open circle on negative 4, and I need it shaded to the right. And again, that happens to be Roman numeral 4, IV. Okay. A few word problems. I want you to pause the video and write the inequality for this word problem. Now, we might be able to memorize the words, but remember, I taught you a quick way to process this. So our main number is 300. I know I'm going to have an x. I know I'm going to have a 300, or whatever variable that you chose. And then I want to choose the numbers around it so I can kind of think and process this. So it says, Junior must earn no less than $300 this weekend to pay off his motorcycle. So I got to think, if he earns $299, can he pay off his motorcycle? The answer is no. He'd be short. He can't pay $300. Next question. If he has $300, can he pay off his motorcycle? The answer is yes. He has the exact amount of money necessary to pay off his motorcycle. So I know that's a closed dot. If he has $301, can he pay off his motorcycle? Yes, he has enough money. So this is a closed dot shaded to the right. So a closed dot has the or equal to line. It's shaded to the right, so that would be greater than or equal to. And this would be the inequality that we would be looking for. Let's do one more word problem. Okay. Should pause the video and write the correct inequality. Okay, for this one, twice the number. Oops, I did this backwards. Excuse me. Twice the number is less than 3 times a number minus 7. So twice means 2 times. So 2 times the number, whatever variable I choose. Is less than is the less than inequality symbol. 3 times the number is 3n minus 7. And that would be our inequality. Okay. The very last problem here says, which of the following compound inequalities has an answer of an empty set? So the answer would be no solution. Okay. These are all and statements. One of these has an answer of empty set or no solution. One of the ways to figure this out is sketch all 4 graphs. You got to figure out which of these doesn't have a solution then. So go ahead and pause the video and do that. All right, the numbers here, -1, 4 are the numbers. Okay, we have open dot. So here we go. Open dot on -1 going left. Open dot on 4 going left. So if it's an and statement, we look where there's 2 lines. This would be shaded to the left. So that one has solutions. It has a spot where there's 2 lines. The second one, this would be open going to the right. On the 4 would be open going to the left. Well, this one they meet in the middle. So this would have a solution. Right? Letter C, that would be open going to the right and open going to the right. Well, where are there 2 lines? On the right side. So that one has solutions. The very last one would be open going to the left and open going to the right. Remember, this is an and statement, and there is nowhere where this one has 2 lines. So letter D would be the one that is empty set or no solution. Okay. Now remember, if it was an or statement, that's a completely different deal. Okay, but we're talking about and statements, and and statements are the ones that could have an empty set or no solution, however you want to say it. Now, what we're going to be doing is, now obviously, we're not in class, so this won't be possible, but you need to be working on these 2 things. Okay, attached on your document, on your Canvas assignment, is the graph practice. Okay, it's as a PDF. You need to do that. That is can be done in Kami. You should also be taking a picture of the notes that you just took from the video and uploading that onto Kami. And then don't forget, if you have not finished it yet, to make sure that you are finishing your review sheet. Okay, stay warm today. Hopefully you get this done or able to do something besides some of your work for the rest of the day. So enjoy your day. We will see you back in school as soon as possible. Adios. Hasta luego. Arrivederci. Ciao.